Hey guys, we're the Escbeat team, and today we're going to talk about semi-final 2 of Eurovision 2023. Let's get started.
Let's get
Let's
started.
get started.
So this time, the team members here try to predict who will qualify for the grand final among the 16 countries that compete in semi-final 2. Of course, this video was made before the rehearsal starts, so anything can change. Okay, so as we said, we have 16 countries in that semi-final, starting with Denmark and ending with Australia. Let's start to cover them according to our agreement and disagreement. So I can reveal that we have only 5 countries that we've all agreed about. So let's discuss about them quickly. The first one of them is Armenia. So yeah, basically I think that Brunette can put a spark on stage. I know they plan something big for the staging as well, maybe something ethnic as long as I've heard. She has proved that she is a great vocalist, and the song progresses in a very interesting way. It's not linear, like it starts as a ballad with instrumental part, also has some orchestra side, and most important kind of R&B vibe. And I think that all of them together will find enough people in order to advance. Vani, why do you think Armenia gonna qualify?
Yes, because Armenia this year is just amazing. Not only in my opinion, it's just an objective perspective of me, because it feels like it's very different from other songs. The level is a bit low. No offense for the contestants, but it's a bit low compared to the other semi-final. And Armenia, although it's the so-called death spot, in my opinion, it's a very beneficial spot because of the song that's around it. So yeah, I think Armenia is going to sail the semifinal, not necessarily to win, but like a 4th to 6th place. I think it's a very easy qualifier, no problem.
Near any comments about Armenia?
I agree. She's a goddess. I love her. I love the song. I can't wait to see the staging because there is so many thoughts running into my mind about how the staging should look like. And I'm dying to see it come alive. And yeah, well done.
Awesome. So next country that we've all agree about gonna sail to the final is Australia. Near, please. Why do you think Voyager are on their way to the final?
Well, one of the things that we look for in Eurovision is live performance. And this song is definitely nailed it for live. And I'm sure, once we hear all those guitars and that rock, hard rock, that's gonna look amazing, something that you can't, just like miss, and will definitely draw a lot of attention. So I definitely see Australia nailing.
Yeah, more or less same here. I also want to mention that they have a great spot closing semifinal 2. So I believe that will help them a lot with televote. And great energy, great vocals on stages we have seen already last year in Australia Decides. And the song is catchy though. I'm not sure it's in my personal taste, but this is another question. And yeah, but I most likely see them qualifying easily. Vani, what do you think about Australia?
Yeah, yeah, agree with you all. You said you said everything, I think. Yep, it can't miss because it's like also different from other songs in the semifinal. It has the growl rock, the Voyager amazing performers. They've proved that. Maybe the song is not for me, but I think it will be for the average Eurovision viewer. An easy one.
Traveling all the way from Australia to our third certain qualifier. This is Austria this time. Teya and Salena. Vani.
Oh, mio padre. Well, Austria, yeah. I can see a very good live performance up there. I do believe those girls actually can deliver the song. And it's a very difficult song. And also, it's very original, very catchy, has the po part. Also, it's like a party. It's what Eurovision is about, in my opinion. So yeah, there's no way Austria is missing this final. I can't see a scenario. I can see a scenario for literally any other country, but not for Austria.
Near, please, Austria.
It's funny because, you know, the more I'm excited about that song, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. The more we, you know, we're going to the live shows. It's amazing. It's like a phenomenon. That song is just on, and I believe the crowd will be crazy when they gonna sing live. I don't see any scenario this song is not, you know, qualifying. I see a big scenario for this song to be top 5 in the final. It's amazing. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing more to add. They're amazing. Their vocals are amazing together, and can't wait to see them live.
Yeah, so I would sum it up that there are two of them are really lovely. They deliver vocally. They have great chemistry. We have seen some of the dance movements on the video clip, so I think they're gonna just retrieve them on the live performance. We have seen their outfits. Also, I like them a lot. And may I say that I see it as a potential winner of that semi as well. So yeah,
Won't be
that's why
surprised.
I'm sure they're gonna qualify.
Oh, wow.
Okay, moving on to our fourth certain qualifier. This is Slovenia. And Nir, why do you think Slovenia gonna make it to the final?
We talked about it in length in the video about Slovenia. They're really good together. They have like a very good energy, and you know, it's just something that you see when a band or a singer or whatever have a very good energy. That energy delivers to the audience right away, and it catches you and definitely make you want to go and vote for them. They're amazing. They have a really nice chemistry between them. The song is very catchy, very different, like around all the other songs in that semifinal. So yeah, definitely see a bright future for them.
Yeah, I think that we don't have to worry for Slovenia this year. A very accessible in a good way rock dance song, I would call it. They have some throwback of the 80s music, but they also flavor it with some modern elements. Vocally, they're amazing. I have watched all the pre-parties they participate, and all of the performances were flawless, so I see no other chance in Eurovision. Okay, and moving on to our fifth qualifier we've all agree about, this is Georgia. Vani, why do you think you're going to qualify?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy that Georgia will most likely be back in the final after 7 years. Secondly, I do think that they will qualify because we have a phenomenal artist, Eru. She owns the stage. I think her vocal performance will be a massive hit for the semifinal at least. It's not the song you would expect a televoter to like support so much for the win of the semifinal, but it's a song that has everything it takes in order to at least be in the top 10 of the semifinal, especially the second semifinal once again. And yeah, not only the song, it's everything that matches a good package for a safe qualification for Georgia.
Yeah, so I would just add that what I like in this song and see it is the advantage that it combines very good one's ethnic elements, but also some modern music. And you know, the production itself and all the noises that she makes as gibberish, I really like it. I think she has a great staging presence. And I also think that she has a very good running order. So combining all of them together, I can see a certain paths for the final. Near anything to add about Georgia? No.
You
Okay.
said it all. She literally have all package.
Yeah, she owns the stage, definitely. And now it's time to some disagreements, unfortunately, because we have them as well. So just to sum it up, we have mentioned 5 countries as certain qualifiers. That means that each one of us has spot for additional 5 countries, not necessarily the same for each one of us. So let's talk about the first country that we have to discuss. It's Estonia. Who of us thinks Estonia gonna make it to the grand final? Vani.
Yes, we agree once again. Well, Estonia, I can't see this being unnoticed at all. It's just like Armenia for me, in the same level, actually, almost, and Georgia. So I don't get why those would qualify with these and Estonia wouldn't. Because, like, the song, this is another soul power, a very powerful entry, and ALIKA has a spectacular presence on stage. She has proved it so many times. And it's really phenomenal because this girl is only 20 years old and she performs like she has been 25 years in music industry. And also I think the theme of the song is James Bond, which makes it a bit different than the other similar songs of the semifinal. And I think that Estonia can actually stand out. And I have seen the batting notes and she's falling in some places and I don't really get it. I mean, I think it's a very safe finalist, and also they have Lithuania, they have Iceland, could support Estonia. Yeah, I do think this is a quite safe one.
So I would join the party. Yeah, I mostly agree with you. My only fear is that in some cases a very high quality ballot got lost in the public vote. But I want also to mention that semi is not that strong, let's call it this way. So that's why I most likely see her like advancing. I'm not 100% about it, but if you like please persuade me to say one of the options, so I would say that she's gonna qualify. And Neil, why do you see a change that it won't qualify?
I'm sorry to ruin the party. I don't know if it's my personal taste or I just feel that a lot of people feeling like me that this song is too monotonic. It starts very strong and it keep pushes for all those 3 minutes she's on stage. It's very, very rough. And for me, it sounds even a little unclean at some point. I don't know. For me, something there is missing. It's too in the face. And I feel that I'm not the only one feeling this. Yeah, she have a great vocals. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but it's just it's pushing too much. And for me, it gets to a point that I feel uncomfortable. I don't see her qualify, and I think that's my personal taste, maybe, but it is what it is. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. And next country that not all of us agree about is Cyprus. So who thinks Cyprus is going to qualify for the grand final? Yeah, Near, please.
That's a very good song. You can miss that. You need a very good singer. You can miss that too. And by what we see online, Andrew looks like he can provide those high notes, high vocals. Adding to that, we have Greece voting in the same semifinal, so definitely helps, especially for the first part to qualify for the grand final. So yeah, I see. It looks like they have the whole card. So
yeah, so I think so as well. He doesn't have only Greece but also Australia. We know that Andrew is from Australia originally, so I guess they will give him some points. When I'm saying some, I think even like at around the 8 or even 10. For me, just a prediction relying on the fact that he will deliver vocally. It's a really hard song to perform, I guess. So, like, supposing he will nail it, he will qualify. Otherwise, I can see a scenario he won't. But yeah, I guess it's also the fact that he has a very convenient running order, the way he looks and like communicate with the audience, camera, and so on. And relying on the fact, as you said, Near, that he can deliver those high notes, I believe he will make it. But let's Vani talk a little bit. Why do you think Cyprus can miss the grand final?
Yes, I actually think that Cyprus will be a shock for Eurofans, and I don't know. I just can't imagine this song being well performed by Andrei. Although he has good vocal, I think the song is just too hard to sing, and also it relies so much on autotune. I think because like the woo parts and something, I think they're too much. And also, I do think that what Unir said about Estonia, I think this applies to Cyprus, in my opinion. Like too dramatic, too monotonic as well, and very, very uninteresting for me. And although Greece is probably going to give 12 points at this one, and it has some other countries that could help as well, I do believe that Cyprus will not. It's not like 100%. I think they have some slight chances, but I see 10 other countries doing better. Sorry.
Okay. And now moving on to the neighbor country, Greece. Who thinks Greece is gonna make it to the grand final? Raise your hands. Okay, so now I'm the one who is the bad guy. And Nir, let's start with you. Why do you think Greece is gonna make it?
I don't know why, but when I sat with myself making my prediction, I just, hit the hit or miss, taking everything into consideration. I just found myself like in my ranking, Greece got a higher points than any others that I didn't put as the top 10. Adding to that again, that we have also Cyprus voting in that semifinal, so that adds additional 12 points, almost guaranteed. So yeah, and adding to that, he has a very good vocal, and I even though I don't like the song that much in my personal taste, his vocals are so deep and relaxing, and he's giving you comfort. And I feel that the people that will look at him singing that song will get that emotions delivered so good. So they will maybe want to go and vote for him. And yeah, I changed my mind. In my personal taste, I'm not sure he's one of the best songs of that semifinal, but I think he will qualify.
Vani, same question to you.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to say that my country, Greece, is having so many allies in the semifinal. Cyprus, Albania, Armenia, Georgia, Slovenia, the last years they love us, San Marino, Romania, Denmark, Victor is half Danish. So all of them will give us probably at least 4 or 5 points. So I think that's solely enough to qualify. But it's not only that, of course. Second of all, I think the song is indeed, as Nir said, very emotional. People get attached to the song, in my opinion, and especially young people, because Victor is a 16 years old singer, and mental health is very important in the ages of the adolescence and early adulthood. And I do see those people actually getting very personal with the Greek song and voting for it. At least I hope so. And we do really have an amazing vocalist this year. That's a wonder kid, in my opinion. So I can see him missing. I would be very sad also.
Well, so I think the song itself is very emotional, and I like the lyrics. I think one of the best lyrics of that year, like seriously. But I'm just afraid it won't be enough in order to grab the average viewer to take his phone or her phone and vote. I think that other songs might stand out, and I don't know, something in the song is like going too safe in some parts, and I have some doubts about his like diction sometimes, although he can improve it for sure. Greece is known for delivering on stage, so On that aspect, I'm sure they're gonna be amazing visually. But for the whole package, I'm still questionable. I see it as a borderline non-qualifier or qualifier. But again, when I have to arrange my list and see who are the 10 I predict, not one, but I predict to be in, Greece has just missed it in a very few points, unfortunately. Okay, moving on to the next country we are divided about. This is Belgium. Who thinks Belgium gonna qualify? Yeah, Nir, please.
I love him. I love him. He gives me such a good vibes every time I hear that song. And I'm sure that will be translated into the stage. Everyone in the crowd will be happy and singing the song and dancing. And I think, you know, when you have those, and I said it before, when you have those amazing good vibes, that delivers even to those viewers outside the venue, and definitely will make them go and vote for Belgium. And I really, really, really believe in him. Adding to that, he's very unique. You know, he have his own character, and you can't miss him. You know, and he's feeling confident on stage. His vocals is amazing. And I definitely want to see Belgium in the final.
Awesome. So for me, the song personally is a kind of a gore. I wasn't a big fan of it when it was chosen in the Belgium Euro song, but now I like managed to like it more. Yeah, I think it's very unique. We don't have any dance club or house pop song in that semifinal. And not only that, all the songs that comes before and after in the running order are very different. So that's why I believe he will shine. He's very colorful, not only because of the outfit, but his character itself is very colorful and hopeful. And I believe that this kind of joy and happiness will stick to the viewers, and some of them will really have just to support him. Yeah, I just hope they will deliver on the visual side, because sometimes for Belgium it's hard to bring the right staging. But yeah, I want to believe he will deliver it. So that's why I can't see him in the final. Vani, why do you think Belgium will miss the final?
Yeah, it's just it's just too weird, in my opinion, to qualify, because it has like it's all over the place. Maybe you have a good vocalist, maybe you have some good backing vocalists if they accompany him to the stage. But like this, again, another themed song about the being different, of being an LGBTQ, like Israel or Romania last year. So yeah, this is very common. Also, I think it's a really old-fashioned, without it meaning that it's bad. It's not bad, but I don't know. I feel like this is also, like, how to say it, maybe it's a bit awkward for a part of the voters, because like he has the energy. However, I think most of the things that you need to stand out in Eurovision are missing. The song is too ordinary, maybe not for the semifinal, because we don't have any similar, but still I think it's very overplayed. This kind of songs is overplayed and just refers to a single direction of the voting, like the more old, the 80s guys. Yeah, I don't really feel Belgium can stand out enough to qualify. But maybe I will be wrong. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next country we're going to discuss about is Lithuania. Who thinks Monica can qualify for the grand final? Once again, I will start this time. I think this song will suggest kind of a warm color to the average viewer in a good way. Like, there's a lot of hope in that song, even though the lyrics are quite sad. Backing vocalists are amazing. Monica, of course, delivers, as it's not a surprise at all. I think that the running order, putting it second to last just before Australia, will help a lot. And also, let's not forget the diaspora here, because we have them in several countries. We have some alliances, like kind of friendly voting from Estonia, but also some diaspora from the UK and so on. I believe people will appreciate it because on the one side, you can call it a ballad, but it's not really a ballad. It's more gospel mid-tempo ballad. So that's why I believe that even people that usually don't like ballads will find themselves in that song, not to mention the other ones, of course. And yeah, there is something very, she even has her own color, the amber one, that you're gonna keep on the outfit, by the way, for the performance. And I believe that there is a reason why she chose that color that will stand out. So combining all of these together, I see Lithuania in the final. Vani, why do you think they are in the final?
Well, personally, it's not my favorite song, but I have to say that this song is a very simple song, very humble one. It has also the Chuto Tuto, which is very, very memorable and catchy as a line itself. It's like the chorus relies on on those two words. That's gonna be very catchy and will stick to the televoter's mind, I think. Also, Lithuania has help from other countries from the diaspora, like United Kingdom, as you said, like maybe Poland, I don't know, Estonia. I can see Lithuania getting a lot of points from many countries. Also, Monica has a very good charisma, very charismatic singer. The backing vocals, as you said, also are very good. And I do think that I think the running order is not the best because like he's crossed between Albania and Australia. But I think that she has something cute that people will appreciate. So I guess Lithuania is a qualifier.
Here, why do you think Lithuania will miss the grand final?
So unfortunately, and I say with a heavy heart because I really, really like her. I just needed to put my prediction of 10. And I had different songs that stand out in my opinion, but she's awesome. Don't get me wrong. Her vocal is amazing. Her outfit is gorgeous. She's beautiful. The gospel part is amazing. The catchy phrase of Chuto Tuto was a big add-on to that song from the first version that we've heard before, and definitely helped the catchiness of that entry. And she have everything. She have all the package, but yet I think when it comes to the voting, it looks like, in my opinion, she's just like in the borderline. That's it.
About is Poland. So who thinks Poland gonna make it to the grand final? Interesting. And Nir, please justify your prediction.
Well, I think what we're gonna see with Poland is exactly what happened to Conchita. The more people like to hate it, the more followers and people that love her on the other side are getting bigger in number. I think that song is really good. We all know that it's very catchy. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She dances. She's, unfortunately, her vocals are not the best. We all know that. That's sad, but we can forgive her for that. And that's what I believe that will happen on stage, because the song is really, really nice. It's very poppy. It's getting trendier the more as we speak, right? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger out there. And it's enough, when you have it, you have it. So yeah, I believe she will work hard to deliver the best vocal that she can. And I believe she will find herself definitely in the final.
Awesome. Vani, please.
Yes, kind of crazy. Yeah. Well, Poland, in my opinion, at least from that semifinal, this song is the most memorable of that semifinal. It also kind of opens the second half of the second semifinal. It's like in position 9. I think it's kind of good, especially after songs which are similar to each other. Cyprus, Iceland, and Greece have similar construction. And yes, you have the girl bob of the semifinal, Poland. It's very standard, very like it's like straight from the radio of 2013 summer hits or something. And I think that people who like nostalgic songs will absolutely appreciate it. Well, indeed, the vocals are not very, very good. I think, though, there has been some improvement from the national final performance to what we have now. And I don't know, there will also be a dance break, I think, which is also going to add some extra points to this. And also, I think Poland has only non-qualified with the televoting like twice overall in their history, or since the semifinals thing, like, or thrice, I don't remember, but and with way subpar songs than solo. As a song itself, it's very catchy, very memorable, very like, it's also like a meme, and her personality is very, very good, very heartwarming. Like she's an icon. She's the icon of the semifinal thing. I can see her miss the final. It would be very sad and very like, it must be in the final.
So first of all, I wish her the best. Like the way she's bullied by some of the fandom, it's really not fair and not justified. Like she wasn't the one to determine the results of to be a Cersei and so on. But yeah, you have mentioned it yourself, especially near the vocals are not on her side. I'm sorry. Like and I believe that putting her between other vocalists, good vocalists, will just damage her. Like she comes after Iceland and Greece, they're both of them deliver vocally, and afterwards we have Slovenia and Georgia, both of them amazing, I would say. And I think she will stand out on the negative side, unless of course she improves her vocals. Yeah, this is the wishful option, but I can't see it dramatically change out of nowhere. For me, the song itself isn't that impactful as well, I must say. I have mentioned it in the long review that we've done back then. For me, it sounds like a song that was rejected in the Belarusian national selection for 2005. This is the level. I'm sorry. Like this Caribbean pop, it's just not for me, I guess. Too repetitive. Solo. Now I'm solo. And the song is over. What I'm waiting actually is the dance break, but it's not a good sign because that means that I prefer her dancing rather than singing. So mark my words. Unfortunately, I can't see it, but I do think that it will be very close to qualify if it won't qualify, just because that semi is probably friendly to Poland on the voting side. They have Lithuania and also Ukraine, by the way, that voting is one of the automatic qualifiers and so on. Diaspora as always. So yeah, I'm not sure that you won't qualify, but again, when I have to arrange my list, she just missed that spot there. Okay, another country that we have to talk about is Albania. Who thinks Albania gonna qualify for the grand final? Okay, Vani, let's start with you.
Yes, the Albanian song is also very unique compared to the other songs of the semifinal. A very strong ethnic anthemic song which talks about the family bond. Well, people might not understand it. We are not Albanian, but still, a whole family going to Eurovision, something very different. We haven't seen this before. Okay, maybe Iceland 2021 actually, but okay, that's totally different song. Well, I don't know. I feel like Albania this year is, maybe it's a bit subjective, but it's one of my favorite Albanian entries ever. That's a very unpopular opinion, I think, but it is. And also, I do think that this song can pull, at least in the semifinal, Moldova 2022 factor. Not exactly that successful, but yeah, I can't see it being lower than like sixth in the semifinal. I don't know. I feel it's very, very safe and very emotional also. This is real emotion, in my opinion, at least. And I do think that people will translate this to be happy you have your family, etc. And yeah, this is very iconic as well.
So I'll just try to justify my prediction as well. First of all, I must say that if you would ask me who are my top 10 for that semi. Albania wasn't in that list. It's not one of my favorites in the semifinal or in general, but I think that they suggest a very specific Balkan flavor that we probably miss in that semifinal. And looking over the participating or country that participates already in that semifinal, it looks like they can grab votes from for Albania, and not that few. I can see Albania, Slovenia, Cyprus, and so on voting for that one. Romania. So that's why I believe it probably will be enough to qualify. Also, yeah, the concept that they are six on the stage, they're a family. I think it will stand out, and make people to for them to get noticed in a good way. However, I do see the song as a little bit too heavy and too over dramatic. So that's why I can see a scenario they don't qualify either as well. But whether I have to choose between of the options, I would say they will qualify. And Nir, why do you think Albania won't qualify?
Not because I don't like the song, not because I don't think they will perform awesome. Just because when I arranged the list, I just saw that the different entries shine. What I do see less appealing is that we're talking about a song full in Albanian, which, you know, very hard for viewers or the audience in the crowd to sing along with them. I don't know. I don't see them qualify just because of, you know, just like other songs appeal a little bit more. But it's a very good entry from Albania. I love the song in my own personal taste. Yeah.
Nice. So we have another country that we are divided on. Yeah, this semi is probably one of the most unpredictable one. Who thinks Iceland gonna qualify for the grand final? Great. Nir, why do you think Iceland gonna qualify?
Just because I said in all my other thoughts about any other song, when you have an artist that deliver a very good energies on stage, and that's exactly the case with this song Power, you definitely get her vibes. You know, she's running all over, she's jumping, she's singing very, very good, and it looks like something that works for her favor. And not, you know, a song that super memorable or unique in that kind of way, just like another nice song. And I believe her personality, that's what will shine on stage and will probably bring her to the final.
So I would like to relate as well. Actually, this song is in my top 5 of that semifinal based on taste. But yeah, first of all, it's me, and I always miss one of the songs I like in the final. I think this year it will be Iceland, to be honest. I hope I'm wrong, by the way. Yeah. I just like trying to examine the viewers or the Eurovision fans' reaction over that one, and I see that most of them don't really feel very excited about that one. So that's why I predict that you won't get a lot of support. But I hope I'm wrong. Vocally, I think she nailed it. She's one of the best vocalists this year in that semi. Like Nia has said, she is dynamic on stage, runs, jumps, slides, do everything, walking and still, like, you can't distinguish any disadvantage in her vocal performance. I wouldn't lie, I would like to see her with a proper staging, not like the one song for coupling with the quite random visuals on the LED screens. So I hope at least they will change it. Yeah, I just must confess that when I tried to arrange my list, I had a conflict between Iceland and another country that I mentioned initially, and eventually, actually, I tried to think over again and again, and just Iceland was my almost qualifier. So yeah, to be honest, I think that if one of the countries I have mentioned before will somehow screw the performance in vocals aspect or visually or anything else, Iceland can still, and to be honest, justify this their spot. So that's why I said non-qualifier, but in my heart and my thoughts, I want them to qualify. Vani, please, about Iceland.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. This song has started to really grow on me lately, and I would really be like a bit sad if it misses, but I think it will. Unfortunately, this is apart from the power part. I don't think this is really memorable for the average viewer, and people like expect from Iceland something more mystical, I think, and just something more like unique, because like Iceland, the country of ice, etc. Well, this is not really representing this. It's just another pop song. However, I don't know. I really hope she qualifies, by the way. And yeah, what you said, maybe if there are some big issues on other of my predictions qualifiers, yeah, she could be in. Why not? But for now, I don't see her as a qualifier, sadly.
Mhm. Okay, so each one of us actually has mentioned in that way or another way his prediction for the 10 qualifiers, but that leaves us with 3 countries that none of us has mentioned as potential qualifiers. That means that neither of us thinks they're going to qualify, sadly. First one of them is Denmark. So I would like to start. I think that there is something that it's not that natural about that song. You know, all the effects, vocoder, and so on. Yeah, like I think that happens when a song is overproduced or too produced. It might be a very friendly for the TikTok listeners or users, but I still think that the average voter, which are not only teenagers, by the way, we have people like in our ages and above and above and above that also votes. We are not teenagers, sadly. So not anymore. So that's why I think he will be left outside the final at the moment. And also, I don't want to be rude, but I wasn't satisfied of his live performance so far. So that's why I don't see the future that bright for him. And Near, about Denmark, please.
Nothing more to add. I'm not a fan of the song. I'm not a fan of the whole overproduction. I'm not a fan of the auto tune. I don't know how it will be translated in the lives. I don't know. Something there is just, it sounds too much, and I don't know. I find myself like not really connecting with this one, and I believe I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm. Vani, to summarize Denmark.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And I'm personally every day using TikTok, and I couldn't even imagine this song being on TikTok. It's actually too all over the place. And I don't know, I think this is, as an opener, especially in the semifinal, I think this is very weak to open the semifinal. I was very surprised they put it to open. I thought Belgium or something would open, but wow, okay. Yeah, I think the running door was the ultimate hit. I think yeah. I don't think they will be last in the semifinal, but I do think they will not qualify easily.
Mm-hmm. Another country that we have still to talk about is San Marino. Neil, please.
Super sad story. They're so cute. They're so nice. This song is really, really good. I think something there didn't really work out, finding us starting to like and enjoy the song too late. We are talking on the day that the video clip is finally being released, which is like a week before the rehearsals are about to start. Everything is like in a leg of like a few weeks, months later. And yeah, maybe if we will record this video in a month from now, that will be different. But I just think that everything was so late, that finding us already falling in love with so many others. Just because of that, because the song is really good and they're super nice. I'm sure they will deliver a great staging. They will sing awesome in live. So it's just because we already like took our heart into other countries this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I agree. I think in general it's a decent rock song. My problem is that it lacks of uniqueness for me. And maybe it's a song that can grow on you, as you said, but too late, it's like not countable. Yeah, they have the right energy and so on, but song for me, it's too repetitive. And I think that it just lacks the X factor that a good rock song needs. although it's a good rock song. But yeah, Vani.
I tend to agree with you all. Iceland, sorry, San Marino. This year, I still can't connect, and I don't think anybody will connect, to be honest. I think this is a very huge candidate for the last place of the semifinal. Wow. Unfortunately, that's really sad, because like the band is very amazing people. They have so many good songs outside Eurovision. However, I think this is a miss, and also I'm sad because San Marino had started to like kind of take it a bit seriously, like something Adrenalina, which was in the top 10 of the fandom ranks, although they didn't do very well, but at least qualified to the final, or Serhat, or Achille Lauro, although he did not qualify, but like he was a big name. But now we're back to the 2017 era of San Marino. That was kind of weird and sad. I'm sorry.
Last and not least, this is Romania. Theodor, Andrei, Vani. Why do you see Romania outside of the final this year?
Yeah. Well, Romania has a song, in my opinion, is underrated. But we're going to the prediction part. I think too many things are happening in the song, and also too many things were happening in the performance, in the performances we've seen so far of this song, and I don't think there will be a lot of change, to be honest, in Eurovision stage. I think we have the like cabaret theme here, but in a way more different way. And we don't have like another song similar, but still, I think it's a big mess, to be honest. I think people will not understand it, so they will not vote for it. I can't see a way Romania being in the final. I hope they will qualify, by the way. Romania is one of my favorite countries in Eurovision, but I don't know, I feel like this is a bit too amateur and not very competitive to qualify. Without it mean being bad, I like it, but it's not enough, I think. And it's too much happening. That's the main reason.
Near, please, same question about Romania.
I think Vani just said it. You know, we're talking about Eurovision. You need to be accurate about everything you're doing on stage for those 3 minutes. So, do we have a great singer? Yes, we do. He have an amazing voice. Is he talented? Super talented. But he's missing a good song to be good enough to qualify. So maybe with a different song, maybe with a different staging, because the staging here is a bit odd. So I don't know, taking all this puzzle and trying to put it together didn't really work, because he's definitely one of those artists that I will definitely go and try to follow his musical career, because he's very unique. He have a very good, strong live vocals, so I can really count on him. But on the other hand, he didn't deliver a really good song that is very catchy, or catchy enough at least to be memorable. So that's why it looks like this puzzle in this case was a bit mixed. And unfortunately, that's why I see Romania lack to qualify this year.
Yeah, so I agree with all of you about that one. I just think it's too messy. Theodor himself is a great vocalist, but again, we judge this as a package, like singer, the song, lyrics, melody, appearance, visuals, and so on. I think most of the component here lack something, maybe besides the vocals. Yeah, staging, like almost everything possible happened there, beside him being on skateboard while he chewing a gum and thinking about what to do next week. I mean, seriously, too much just happened there. They just have to calm down a little bit the visuals to do it very modest. For me at the moment, no offense, but it looks like a more theoretical kind of circus showcase rather than Eurovision performance. And having said that, I don't see a room where it qualifies, unfortunately. Okay, so we've covered them all. 16 countries will participate in semifinal 2. 10 of them will qualify for the grand final. Let's wish good luck to each one of the participants in semifinal 2. Guys, tell us in the comments below, what is your prediction for semifinal 2? What do you think about our personal predictions? Have we made any mistakes, or do you agree with us? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here below, like our videos, and come visit us on escbeat.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.